Oh, hi. Hello and happy Sunday. This is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and I'm starting just a minute early again to make sure that Facebook is going to work. So you can watch me sip my tea for just a second. Okay, while I catch up with you. So, hello and happy Sunday. This is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and today is January the 24th. We are kicking through January. It is almost February. I'm going to get caught up with you all and make sure that I can see everything so that I can say hi and hello. If you are watching this later on YouTube and you don't want to see the highs and hellos, just go ahead and skip over to about 10 minutes. Otherwise, I will be saying hello to everyone. So hopefully comments will work tonight, and Facebook will be good to us. But again, I am Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. This is Sunday. It is January the 24th. I can't wait for somebody to say hello so I can make sure that comments are working. It's been another great week. Hello, Sylvia. It's so good to see you again. So thank you. Comments are working. It's been another good week. Hello, Marlene. We just finished the 2021 Detox week. Hello, Kathy again. Your cat is still the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen. And her cat is so funny. It loves to watch the 2:30 Zoom meeting. Hello, Elaine. Hello, let's see. Hello, Elaine. Hello, Linda from Rock Island, Illinois. Hello, Rita. What was I even saying? Hello, Mary Ann. It is good to see you all. Hello, Kim. Oh, so we just finished the 2020 Detox week, and I don't know why I keep saying we. It's just me. It was just me. But I will let you all know how it went in the second half of tonight's chat. Hello, Sandra from Dingman's Ferry. Hello, Madeline. Did I say it correctly? Madeline. And also, hello, Tag. So also, if you are brand new, okay, if you've been here before, hello, Marcia. Keep saying hi and hello, and I'll try to catch everybody, or y'all can say hi and hello to each other. Hello, Sandy from Northeastern Kansas. Hello, Libby. But if you're brand new, go ahead and let us know. Hello, Sherry. You don't have to be new to WW, but if you are new to the live chats, or if you've just never said hi before, aloha, Kathy. If you've never said hi before, so maybe you've been lurking in the background and just never said hello before. Hello, Janice, and hello, Kathy from snowy Iowa. Hello, Mary. So if you've been lurking, or if you are brand new to the lives, hello, Melissa, go ahead and let us know. So just say, hey, kind of new here, not really sure what's going on, or I want to say hi, but I've never, been brave enough to say hi, or I didn't know what to talk about. Hello, Trish. So good to see you again. Hello, Lisa, and hello, Sylvia. Hello, Evie. And so if you're new, just let us know, because I promise you, these ladies and the one guy who's here, which is John. Hello, John from Home Base, which is my husband, in case you're new. And hello, Bernice from Northeastern Texas. And hello, Open. Thank you, Linda. Yay! So the camera's working well again today. And hello, Barbara. But again, if you're new, just let us know, because we would love to welcome you. So all you have to say is, hi, I'm new. Okay, and Madeline, your name is spelled so pretty. It's so long, and it's just Madeline. So you'll have to forgive me if I mispronounce that later, but anyway. Okay, and hello, Pam. Hello, Carol Lou. Yeah, and so Kathy's cat is fascinated with the Zoom meetings. I'm serious, like she was all alone today during the 2:30 Zoom with Gwen. She was sitting there all alone, and all of a sudden, as soon as everybody started talking, the cat was like, I am here, and I want to see everyone. So anyway, he is beautiful. Hello, Laura. And thank you all for welcoming John. He, I think, is liking attending from home. And yes, Trish, we are working on it. And I'll talk about my hair in just a second. And thank you, Sandra. Yeah, we're working on the hair, so we'll talk about that. Hello, Myrna. It's good to see you again. But I think John is liking being at home base, because he doesn't have all of this mess in our kitchen. And hello, Roberta from Imperial, Missouri. And I think I saw you today earlier, didn't I? And yeah, y'all keep talking to John and welcoming each other. Yeah, he doesn't have all of this mess to deal with, and he can watch TV. So he does not have to be quiet. Oh, and Marcia is new. She's from Vermont, and she just started WW. So it's Marcia, M-A-R-C-I-A. Hello, Betty, and hello, Ginger, and hello, Mindy. Good to see you again today. So everybody welcome Marcia, who is brand new to us, and she's also brand new to WW. If you have any words of wisdom for her, please let her know. Oh, and Mary thinks she hit an angry face. It's okay, Mary. I forgive you. It's okay. One angry face will not kill us tonight. But y'all give her some words of wisdom, if you have any. I know a lot of you all, hello, Stacy, a lot of y'all have been doing this for a long time. I have been doing WW. Let's see, Casey turned 27 last year, so 25 years. So I've been doing this a quarter of a century now. I've not been doing this a quarter of a century, but I've been doing WW on and off. I'm a 6-time repeat offender, for 25 years. So everybody, welcome Marsha. If we have any other new people, please again just give us a shout out, because we would like to welcome you. You can see that everyone is welcoming Marsha as we speak. She's actually getting quite the good turnout. And Marsha, if you are not already in our closed group, if you would like to join, I'm sure somebody will post that link for you, or I will try to remember to post it when we get done. Marsha, I'll warn you, I get sidetracked really fast. So I hope you can hang in there with us and pay attention the whole time. This is Sunday. It is January the 24th. And hello, Colleen. And hello, Marsha. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, and that is just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. If you don't want to say hello, which I just think is silly, but anyway, if you don't want to say hello, Marlene from Florida, grab that little scroll bar, go on over to about 10 minutes. That's when it kind of dies down. If you are new and you don't know what's going on, I'm talking to you live on Sunday, January the 24th. If this is not Sunday, January the 24th, it is no longer live. So I get, hello, Sylvia. So I get every week, I have somebody ask, are you live? And it's like Monday through Saturday. And hello, Kathy from South Carolina. And it's like Monday through Saturday. If it's not Sunday, and the day that we're talking about, it is no longer live. So just know that. Just know that. I'm not fussing at you, just letting you know. And thank you, Carol Lou, for posting the closed group. Remember, if you go to join the closed group, you're going to have to answer 3 questions. They do not have to be elaborate answers. Hello, Tiffany. They don't have to be elaborate answers, but you have to answer them so that I know that you are a human and not a robot or some weirdo trying to get into the group. Because occasionally we'll have like a strange person try to get in. But anyway, so we are doing this from, if you're brand new, we are also on YouTube. You can just search If You Have an Egg. And if you go find us, please, please, please go ahead and follow. Go ahead and click the follow button. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel. And go ahead and hit the little bell so that you can be notified when we post new videos. So when these get uploaded, Casey is my daughter. She uploads the videos on Monday-ish. If the camera and everything is cooperating. Hello, Barbara. It's good to see you. If the camera is cooperating, she posts them on Mondays. And then our tech guru, Jessica, gets hello, Kathy. She gets all of the notes from Sunday night typed up. And hello, Susie. We're going to talk about you in a second. Gets all of our notes from Sunday night typed up, and she gets those posted on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. If we talk about a recipe that I say is my recipe, you are going to be able to find that on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. And hello, Letitia from Ackworth, Georgia. Remember, if y'all are new, let us know that you're new, because we would love to welcome you. So if I mention any recipes and I say that they're mine, they will be on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. If they are from someone else's website, I will try to mention their website so that, so you'll know where to go and find them. And again, we're going to be saying some names that you need to become accustomed with. John from Home Base is my husband. Casey, when I talk about YouTube, that's my daughter. Jessica, when I talk about typing up recipes, or if you have any tech questions. So if you've got any tech questions about the website, can't find something, don't know what category it's in, can't find it there, Jessica will be happy to help you with that. Need help printing a recipe, we can do that. And if I mention Dusty, he is snoozing in the chair next to me right now, like snoozing, because I would not give him any of the chicken that we are making tonight. And if I mention Alyssa 100 times, you can just move on, because she's my granddaughter and you're going to hear her name 100 times. Yeah, and hello, Barbara. It's good to see you again today, too. Quickly, because so many of you, I see hair. So many of you who have asked about my hair. It is a work in progress. I am trying to let the gray grow out. That started in the spring with COVID, when we could not go when nobody could go get their hair done. I have been a natural redhead for the last 20 plus years. But when my mom got so sick and then passed away in the first part of COVID, I decided that, you know what? My hair has turned almost exactly the same color as hers in the roots, so I'm going to let my natural color grow out. Anyway, my hairdresser is helping me embrace the silver. She's helping my silver to go through. So anyway, that is the deal with my hair. So yeah, it's going to be changing a lot over over the next couple of weeks. So today I have mentioned the Zoom meeting about 5 times. If you are an active member of WW, or if you are a lifetime member in good standing, and you can get, and you have access to eTools or to online, I keep calling it eTools, but now it's just part of the online program. So if you have access to that and you can log on, then you can go to many, I think there are over 500 virtual workshops now. We are still having our virtual workshop for here in Knoxville. The leader's name is Gwen, and Gwen is part of the reason that we are here. So our group is actually, my blog is actually named after her. You'll have to go read my story on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. But today at the 2:30 Zoom meeting for West Knoxville, Tennessee, I saw Myrna. And you'll have to correct me if I left you out. Just give me a shout out. But today we saw Myrna, Barbara, Kathy, Mindy, Donna, Sandy with an I, Jackie, Karen, Christine, Amy, Roberta, Lynn, Sylvia, Trish, Gwen, Linda, Sherry, Sandy with a Y, Janet, Karen, and Jill. And I think I got everybody. So I think that was everybody that was at today's 2:30 Zoom meeting. Okay. So there's lots of news at WW. We do not have time to go over all of it tonight, but just to hit a couple of highlights. We have just did a couple of highlights from WW. They are offering month-long themes now. So if you have, hello Tammy. So if you've not been on here in a while, or if you have not pulled up your WW app in a while, hello Nancy. If you haven't pulled up your app in a while, or if you've not been on the computer in a while, then you may or may not have noticed that the weeklies are no longer in a printable PDF format. Wow, that makes me super sad. So I loved printing them. I actually would keep them, and I was going through some stuff up in our loft yesterday because John has Alyssa and I cleaning it out so that we can do so we can make a playroom up there. But I was going through some stuff, and I have weeklies that are probably, I don't know, they're probably 4 or 5 years old. So I'm super sad that you can't print them out anymore. But this new monthly format, in the new monthly format, you don't have to know the secret code to go back and find an old weekly. So even though you can't print it out, at least you can go back now and find previous weeklies, at least for that month anyway. So I haven't had any trouble going back and finding any of the old, any of the older topics. So, and I do kind of like that the theme is for a whole month instead of switching gears, so many times. Hello, Sherry in Connecticut. And she was talking to family in Florida. So Connecticut to Florida. That is awesome. But anyway, so but I do kind of like the theme. I kind of like having a monthly theme. And Barbara, you can't print it anymore because it's not in a PDF. You can print it. It's just not, you can print it, but it's long, and I don't like it the way it prints, not in a PDF. So you just can't print it in that 2-sided PDF anymore, like we used to be able to. Okay. Also, East Tennessee has added a wellness check-in. So there is a wellness check-in in East Tennessee now, in the Knoxville area. Actually, it's in Knoxville, and it's on Monday afternoons now. And you can go to Connect and go to the West Knoxville location. It'll tell you all of the days and times, and contacted WW and asked them, pretty please, could we go back to the printable copy? So maybe if enough of us ask, I don't know, maybe they would go back to that. And Mindy is always full of helpful information. And in case you haven't found Mindy's Blessed Life, you need to go and hunt her down. She is also in our closed group, but Mindy is always full of helpful information. So I'm just going to go ahead and give Mindy a thumbs up and a heart since I'm watching this from my phone also. But Mindy, that's for you because Mindy is always full of helpful information. So she is going to post later what the easiest way is to print the weekly, since we can't print it as a PDF now. And Kathy is watching from the center of the country. She's in Nebraska. So welcome, Kathy. It is good to see you. Next thing, has anybody checked out the bingo? So has anybody checked out the bingo? And Barbara, actually Lifetime has been extended until, if you were already in good standing with Lifetime, you have until the end of June now, if you were in our area. So if you were in Knoxville, if you're in the East Tennessee franchise, hello, Leetta. It's so very good to see you. I would love to see you in person. But if you were in East Tennessee, and if you were already in good standing when all this COVID stuff happened, hello, Sandy, then you are good until the end of June. So just go check that out online. But has anybody checked out the bingo game? Has anybody filled in? Oh, Karen finished her bingo. Yeah. So if you don't know what I'm talking to, you need to go to your app. It's freshly added. It's only been going on a couple of weeks. But you need to go, oh, hold on. Kathy with a K, Kathy. It is her first time here, and she is in Las Vegas. Are you actually like in Las Vegas? Because we love to go to Las Vegas. But yeah, so everybody welcome Kathy. It is her first time here. And Leetta, I for sure will. Or you know, Leetta, I'm here at Casey Kitchen Center Tuesday through Saturday. So Tuesday through Saturday. So anytime Tuesday through Saturday, come to see me. Should be here. I hardly ever leave. But anyway, that's a side note. Leetta, come see me. Come see me. Okay. So the bingo game, yeah, super cool. If you go to your app, and go to the bottom, there's a new little section, and I can't show you because we are using my phone tonight. And Laura says it's a beta feature. So I don't know if it works out. Hopefully they'll keep it. Hopefully they will keep it. And it's Tammy's first time too. It's Tammy. So everybody welcome Tammy also. It is so good to see you all. And hello, Janice. So those of you that it's your first time here, how did you find us? I'm just curious. And make sure that you find the link to our closed group. We have a closed Facebook group where we can just talk amongst ourselves and nobody else can see it unless they're already a member of the group. So Carol Lou, I think, posted the link earlier, and somebody else, I'm sure, will post it again. But just be sure you answer those 3 questions. Okay, quickly, the last bit of news that I want to give you is if you have not been on your WW app recently, please go check out the new way to find virtual coaches. Because I know, like our in-person coaches, I crave, I'm not kidding when I say this, I crave going to in-person workshops to, and Tammy got us on Facebook, yay. Carol, I'll have to show y'all in a little bit how to find the bingo. But anyway, I crave going to my in-person workshop. But until then, I'm having to do everything virtually. So luckily I can still find Gwen, virtually. So I'll watch her on Sunday afternoons at 2:30. You can do that too. You can do that through Zoom, through your WW app. And Marsha also found it on her Facebook news feed. So I was news. That's pretty funny. But anyway, but you can go now on your app. You can go to the coaches section and you can type in keywords. Oh, yay, Kathy found us on YouTube. Yay. But anyway, you can put in keywords. So like if you're vegan, or if you want to go to a workshop that is single moms, or I don't know how specific you can be, but you can type in some more specific things. So, okay. That's all the news I'm going to tell you. That's all the news I'm going to give you this week, because we do have a lot to talk about. And Barbara just said Gwen is amazing. So, hello, Katie. So, those of you who have been visiting from out of town, who have been visiting with Gwen from out of town, she is awesome. She is amazing. We had 30-something people today. The nice thing about her group on Sunday afternoons at 2:30 is it's a nice, decent-sized group of people, but it's not hundreds. I've heard that some of them have hundreds of people. I think that would be hard to do, but I do appreciate y'all visiting Gwen's group so that she still feels loved since she can't come in person. I mean, she's used to teaching, I think, 10 workshops a week in person. I know this has been a strange year for her. But anyway, so last week in chat number 207. So if you did not get to attend with us last week, you can go back and watch it on YouTube. You can still see it on Facebook. The Mevo camera was spot on this week. Hopefully it will be again this week. Casey and I are getting better and better at this. So we have, and Mindy says she has the best personality and it's such a friendly group. And Barbara says all the women are amazing. Yes, and they are. But anyway, so it's getting easier. We're getting better and better at getting these posted. So last week was chat number 207. Again, if you missed it, just go back to YouTube. It's just youtube.com and search If You Have an Egg, or you can go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com and it will be one of the topics that's on there. You can go to the other chats. Anyway, we have over 208, over 210. There's 200. This is the 208th chat, but we have over 210 videos. So if you want to go back and watch some recipe videos or whatever, you can go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, or you can go to YouTube and search If You Have an Egg. Okay, and y'all are saying no bingo for you to the point that I'm going to pause for just a second, and hopefully I can get back on Facebook with you all, because I want to show you where it's at real quick. If you go to your WW app, and I'm on my phone, and if you click down here where the packages are, like where you go for your wellness wins, So like here are my wellness wins right now. Here's the normal topics. Bingo is right there. So you actually have to go, and you can see how many I've got done. I'm almost finished for the week, but that is where you go. So if you go to your app, go to the little package, which is, that little package is like where your wins are. So whatever, if you're on Apple, it should look like that. If you're on Android, don't know what it looks like, but it should be the same wherever you go for your wins. That's where you're going to find bingo. So hopefully everybody has found it now. But last week was chat number 207, and it was titled Be Intentional. And so during the Be Intentional chat, we talked about doing things whether they're weight related or not, did not have to be weight related, and that you did them with intention. And when we recognize something that we want to do has value, we name it specifically, and we name what outcome we want to see, then plan a STAR action. And if you don't know a STAR action, okay, I can't explain why some of y'all don't have bingo, so somebody gonna have to tell me, because I don't know. But when you do plan a STAR action to go with it, and you can go back and watch a previous chat on what STAR is, but it is specific, truly doable, actionable, and relevant. And it's talked about in several other chats, so we can go back and look at those. But when you figure all that out, what you want to do, then you can use that system and turn it into a what I do. So instead of what I want to do, into a what I do. Okay, so your homework for last week was to hashtag be intentional. And if you're brand new, the homework is always a hashtag. So it's a hashtag, which is the pound, for those of us who are old, it's the pound sign. But it was hashtag be intentional. And so if you did your homework and tagged me in it, you should have already received your Bravo badge. So we used to get these cute little Bravo stickers, and we talked about it last week. They weren't that cute, but they became suddenly special as soon as they were gone. But we give out Bravo badges that Casey makes for us every single week. So several of you did your homework. Actually, a lot of y'all did your homework. So I need to know first, before we talk about your homework, who attended, because that's one of the Bravos that we do. So who got to attend an actual in-person virtual workshop last week? So if you're brand new, we're going to do thumbs ups. So there's a little thumb at the bottom. See, I just did that. See how that little thumbs up came up if you're watching this live? So if you sat your bottom in a chair last week and went to an actual workshop, give me a thumbs up. Or if you attended your workshop's Zoom meeting, or another workshop's Zoom meeting, or 11-7 Zoom meetings, because I think Trish goes to several of them, and somebody else today, Barbara, I think it was, that said that they go to several of them. So so Marianne, you sat your bottom in a chair. What state are you in? Because we're trying to figure out what states. And Barbara, don't you live in New York? And you got to go to an in-person workshop? I'm trying to figure out how California and New York, how y'all are having in-person workshops and Tennessee doesn't. I'm still trying to figure that out. Am I right on those two states? But anyway, so thumbs ups. And if you're watching this later, just do a thumbs up emoji, or just say thumbs up or whatever. So thumbs ups if you sat your bottom in a chair. Pennsylvania. Interesting. Or if you did a Zoom meeting, thumbs ups. And do a heart. So do a little heart like that. Or you can do a heart emoji. Or you can just say me. Oh, in Oklahoma too. Hey, Ginger. And in Las Vegas. Wow. Interesting. I wonder why Tennessee's not doing this. But anyway, the heart is if you watched with us here last week. Y'all had me so excited about in-person workshops that I have just completely zoned out on what I was supposed to be talking about. So the heart, and hello Dalton from Kingwood, Texas. So the heart is for if you joined with us last week live, or if you watched it on replay. So if you watched on demand later on replay, that's a heart. So for everybody that did that, here are your Bravo stickers. There are your virtual Bravo stickers for that. But to go back to last week's chat, we had so we were talking about being intentional, and your homework for last week was hashtag be intentional. So let me tell you how you all did. So over on the If You Have an Egg YouTube channel, Susie decided that her intention would be that it was sleep related. With the pandemic, she's been staying up way too late and missing out on important sleep, which makes her cranky. Ha 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 ha. And So she recognized that she's missing sleep. She named more sleep as a benefit to her body, and she made a star action to plan an earlier bedtime by setting an alarm on her phone to go to bed, to set an alarm to tell her when it's time to go to bed. Okay, so that's a great idea. Turning off her TV and her iPad or her tablet, and then when it goes off, when the alarm goes off, to turn those off, and then to playing a sleep story to help her fall asleep. So, Susie, I know you were here because I said hi to you a few minutes ago, so I want you to explain what sleep stories are, but that was her homework. Deborah recognized that she wants to be set up for success. So she named making healthy choices without having to think about them, and made a star action to prep her breakfast and her lunch for the entire week on Sunday. So she did it for the whole week, breakfast and lunch. So notice she didn't say, I planned every meal of every day, breakfast and lunch. I took that idea and I'm going to run with it for next week. And Sandra recognized that she wants to get back into a workout routine. So she named using her kettlebell that she just got as a way to start. To get started, then she set a star action by bookmarking several YouTube videos on how to use her kettlebell, and then she moved the ball into her bedroom to keep it handy and to remind her to use it. So those were awesome. So ladies, everybody who did your homework, good job. Here are your virtual Bravo stickers for that. Remember, you get badges for those. If I didn't catch you, I think a couple of y'all did it today, and I was already doing our notes for tonight, so I did not get your badges out to you, but I will as soon as we get done tonight and I get home. This week, though, succeed, record, repeat. And I'm going to talk really fast because I have like 5 minutes to do this first part. So succeed, record, repeat. Okay, so have you ever looked at the back of a shampoo bottle and it says, it says instructions on it that says, the instructions say lather, rinse, repeat. And that's printed on the back. So, I mean, nobody needs to tell us that we should lather our hair, rinse it, and then repeat it. And does anybody repeat? Is anybody repeating this process, or are we all just lathering and rinsing once? But, so here's the thing. Shampoo manufacturers know that if you use their product, you're going to successfully clean your hair. So if you use their product, you are going to be successful and get your hair clean. That's the whole point of shampoo. So it might leave it smelling nice. It might be extra conditioning. It might put color into it, like put a toner on it. If you're trying to turn your hair silver, if you're trying to let your natural silver come through. But if you repeat it, they sell twice as much shampoo. So getting you to succeed in clean hair, record what happened by reading the back of the bottle and recognizing that you need, that you're going to do it twice. And repeat it, so lather and rinse then a second time. The shampoo company has reinforced a behavior that helps them to succeed. Okay, that helps them succeed. But that is relevant to this week. So this week WW is encouraging us to learn how to find our lather, rinse, and repeat moment with our successes to reinforce those same behavior, not the same behaviors, but similar behaviors that'll help us succeed in our weight loss and health management goals and, in that journey. So stop now. We should just stop right now because we just have a few minutes. Stop right now and think of a woohoo moment that you had recently. Didn't have to be today. It could have been last week, could have been 2 weeks ago, but one that you still, is kind of fresh in your mind. And it was one that was so good. I mean, it was such a good woohoo moment that repeating it is worth the effort to remember it. So maybe it was a recipe. Maybe you tried a new WW recipe and your family loved it and you thought, oh my gosh, I've got to keep that one. They all ate it. They ate it. They actually liked it. They didn't complain about it. Maybe it was some kind of food prep that you did. Maybe it was getting your workout in. Maybe you hit a progress goal, and you just thought, woohoo, when it happened, you thought, wow, that was kind of great. So the next time you have a wow, that was great moment, I want you to keep those 3 things in mind. So the rinse, lather, repeat is success. I want you to recognize the wow. So whatever the wow was as a success along your journey, then I want you to record it. So either write it down. And Michelle, we're going to be late on water time because I'm running over. So I want you to write it down, take a video, text a friend. Hello, Vicki. Text a friend, post it on Connect. Somehow record that wow moment. So I have to say that when I started making I'm not a great cook. And when I started making recipes that John was actually liking, that were WW friendly, I thought, oh shoot, I've got to have a way to record these. Cause he asked me one day, he was like, when I asked him what he wanted for dinner, he said, I don't know, can you make the thing you made last week? And I was like, what thing? I have no idea what I made last week because I wasn't writing it down anywhere. That's how this blog started, because I needed a place to record the things that I was making. And that's been 4 years ago, I guess. But I needed a place to record the things that I was making so that I could go back and find them. And then lo and behold, you all wanted to find them and make them too. But, and then repeat it. So once you've got it recorded, whether you wrote it, videoed it, whatever, then repeat it to make sure that you can find the record, make sure that you can find it, and you can repeat it, and to lead your way, to make yourself, a new path to success. So your homework for this week is to find your recent wow. So whatever your recent wow, that was an awesome moment. So find your recent wow moment. Tell us how it was a success, how you will record it, maybe telling us is how you're going to record it, and then how you're going to make sure that you repeat it, for more wows. So the homework this week is #rinse-repeat, because I thought that one would be easy to remember. So #rinse-repeat. Don't forget to tag me on Instagram, here on Facebook, wherever. Go ahead and do your, do your homework, because if you want the cute badges from Casey, you're gonna do your homework. Okay. So that is the end of the first part. It is past time for my water. Thank you, everyone who's reminding me for my water. If you're brand new, in between the first half and the second half, we go ahead and get some water. So you all drink yours. I'm going to get a big sip of mine. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and stick my apron on, because we are making one thing. We're starting it before I start talking about the second half, and then we'll be finishing it about the time we wrap up. So if you want one of these super cool aprons, we have them available on our Spreadshirt, which if you're watching this on YouTube, it is over in that bottom corner how you can order this. Okay, so you're going to find out here in just a few minutes how I did last week. So how I did last week on the 2021 reboot. Okay, I'm a little bit crooked here, but that's okay, because I'm backwards to you all, so I have to pull the opposite direction. Okay, so one of the things that I made for last week, and I'm going to make it again for this week, was that man's chicken. If you've been around a little while, you already know what that man's chicken is. So I just had to pick something. I had to pick something that was going to be a staple, that was an easy, for me, staple. So remember, we were just talking about that rinse repeat. Okay, rinse repeat for me is that man's chicken. It turns out perfect every time. You can eat it with so many different things. John loves it. He never complains about it. So that man's chicken is going to be on the menu again this week. And remember, I'm going to tell you here in just a few minutes how I did last week. But first, let's get some that man's chicken going in the air fryer. I use a Simple Living Products air fryer. Depending on the brand that you have, you might have to adjust this just a little bit, but I have 2 chicken breasts in here. I did not pat them down. Internet. Okay, so we are back. Had just a little glitch in the video, but I use a Simple Living Products air fryer. If you have a different kind of air fryer, you're may have to adjust it, for the wattage. I know some people have been having trouble with the hard-boiled eggs, which turn out perfectly in my Simple Living Products every single time. So just remember to, to adjust it if you need to. But I have 2 chicken breasts in here, nothing special about them. Normal chicken breasts. I didn't beat them. I didn't hammer them. I didn't soften them. I just sprayed. This is a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, and it is in my Evo sprayer. If you need to know where to get an Evo sprayer, just go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com and go to product recommendations, and there is a YouTube link there, a YouTube affiliate link there. Because I'm talking fast, just sprayed a little bit of that on there. There is a recipe for this already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. So I'm not going to go into gory details about how to make it. Gory details. Wonderful, fabulous, yummy details about how to make it. Added some nutritional yeast. There's a chat for that. You can go back and watch it. But we're going to get this going because we need it at the very half of this half. So I'm going to stick it in my Simple Living Products air fryer. Whoops. And remember to scoop. I went at the wrong angle and tried to shove. So remember to scoop. Scoop. Don't shove it in there. You're going to press this button. You're going to press the temperature. Well, it's already on 360. Then you're going to press the timer. And we're going to put it on for 25 minutes. So we are literally going to be grabbing that right at the end of the chat. It's going to be coming out right at the end. Okay. So last week was the 2021 detox. And we'll check on the chicken here in about 12 minutes. But last week I dug deep for the 2021 detox. Okay. So I needed to reboot my system. I had 10 months of pandemic pity party. I mean, it was bad. It was a bad pandemic pity party, and I'm actually a little bit ashamed, but I'm okay because here we are today. But remember last week I committed to getting my insides, in order, so that my outsides could catch up. So I was more worried about my insides last week than my outsides. So the goal last week was not to lose weight. The goal last week was to get, was to be good from here to here, was to be all good. Okay. So I needed to feel good on the inside before I could start worrying about all the rest of it. And Barbara, I do recommend that you go try that man's chicken. And that recipe is already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. It's been on there for a long time. That, turkey, tenderloin, there's a lot of them. They're really good. Okay, that one is with chicken breast though. Okay, so it wasn't easy. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. This was a real detox. It wasn't easy. There were times when it wasn't fun. Everything was delicious. Everything I ate was delicious. So don't get me wrong. It was all delicious. Okay, but I had to get my family on board because it was gonna be strict. I was gonna stick to it. I was not going to be wavered, and I know that so I needed them to be 100% on board. So I talked to all of them first. Okay. Then I know that there were times last week that all of them were thinking, is she testing me, or does she really want to know what I'm headed out to eat, or what I'm eating, or what I'm having for lunch, or do I just need to just back away? Should I just back away? Because I had some strange questions, during the week. And I know they were all thinking, she already told me she wants nothing fast food. She already told me she wants nothing processed, or whatever. Why is she asking me that question? So fortunately, I have a very loving and understanding and patient family. So this was, okay, my grocery list from last week is already posted on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. It is posted under chat number 207. So if you go back to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, well, you can go back and watch this on YouTube or on Facebook, but if you go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, it's chat number 207, my grocery list, what I'm going to talk about, that grocery list is already posted on there. Anyway, so you can go back and find that. So I did not get to use a few of the things that were on my grocery list. That does not mean that I won't ever use them. I just didn't get to because I just ran out of time. And I have apparently overbought. So I don't know how much I thought I was going to eat, but I bought too much stuff. So, which is not unusual for me. Okay. So here was my plan. So I'm going to go over what the plan was for last week. Then I'm going to tell you how it went. So the number one thing was to begin every single day with a devotion or a meditation. Every day. Don't care what it is. So devotion, meditation, whatever you want to call it. So if you love Jesus like I do, you can do a devotion with me. If you don't know Jesus yet, call me. Or if you just want to do a meditation, I'm okay with that because I still love you and Jesus does too. Okay. Number 2, begin each day with warm lemon water. That was number 2. The number 3 goal was to include at least a quart of green tea. Now that did not mean don't drink any other water, but include at least a quart of green tea, and it could be decaffeinated. I chose caffeinated just because of the time of day that I was drinking it, but it could be decaffeinated. Number 4 was to eliminate unnecessary or added sodium. So that does not mean if the food already naturally has sodium occurring. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking, I did not pour salt on anything or add things that had salt. So that's what I'm talking about with the added sodium. Number 5, focus on minimally processed food. So try to choose things that do not have a lot of processing, that are as whole as they can be. Number 6, and if you do sign language, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 6. So number 6, choose one of the following for meal number 1. And I call it meal number 1 because not all of you sleep during the night and are awake during the day. Some of you work swing shift, some of you work second shift, some of you work 12 on, 12 off. So whatever your first meal of the day is, choose one of these. And your choices were overnight oats with low-fat kefir or non-fat plain Greek yogurt. So it was important to do either the kefir or the non-fat plain Greek yogurt just because we needed to get that in our gut. And with some fruit. Or a fruit smoothie with low-fat kefir or something similar. Remember, we're trying to get some good gut action going here. Or my Waldorf salad, which is already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, or a hard-boiled egg and some fruit. I really wanted to try to get y'all to do some more of the kefir or the yogurt though, because again, while the eggs are really good for you, the other, you needed that to get some things into your gut. Okay, number 7. Choose one of the following for meal number 2. My Waldorf salad with that man's chicken, which I have made 4 pounds of that man's chicken today, or some other lean protein, or that man's chicken breast, or another lean protein with fresh veggies or fruit, or tuna, a hard-boiled egg, and you can go find out how to make perfect hard-boiled eggs in your Simple Living Products air fryer on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com with veggies, ranch dip. The ranch dip recipe is already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and it is the best because it is fresh ranch, and it's made with non-fat plain Greek yogurt and Dax ranch seasoning, which doesn't have salt. Or tuna or other lean protein, an Olay Extreme Wellness Wrap, the low carb wrap because it has the least number of points, and roasted veggies. Number 8, choose one of the following snacks: a banana with some kind of powdered peanut or almond powder, some kind of powder like PB2, something like that, or an apple with powdered peanut or almond product, or light popcorn. So that was just to give you a snack. None of that. The banana and the apple are pretty good for your gut, but it was more just to give you a little snack so that you had some, you weren't like totally deprived, which trust me, I was not deprived. Okay, 9. Choose one of the following for meal number 3. Air fryer roasted veggies, and I made those in my Simple Living Products air fryer, and I'll be posting that later how to do. Those are heavenly and delightful, with some that man's chicken breast or some other lean protein. And again, that recipe is already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, or whole wheat penne or some other kind of whole wheat pasta with a low sugar marinara, some extra garlic, and something like mushrooms, some kind of extra veggies in there, or air fryer or roasted salmon with the Waldorf salad. The salmon with the Waldorf salad, I don't know, it's just, I like it with chicken, but it's super good with salmon. Or the chicken veggie lentil soup that I did not get to make. We'll talk about that in just a second. And then number 10, end your day with reading, stretching, or a Headspace 10-minute end of day, and that's in that Headspace end of day is on the WW app. So that was the plan. Okay, good. We're doing great on time. So my results. Okay, now remember, this was not about weight loss this week. So this week, this 2021 reboot was not about weight loss. It was about getting my gut realigned. So here to here, okay? We'll talk about here to here this coming week. Good night, Betty. So we'll do here to here this coming week, okay? But from here to here was last week. That was the 2021 reboot. We were detoxing. I was getting rid of, and I don't know why I keep saying we. Unless some of y'all were following along, nobody in my family was doing this. Okay, so it was just me. So my results. Okay, number one, 7 out of 7 days I started with the devotional. Nailed it. My brain was ready for the day. So my brain and my heart were ready for the day. Okay. Number 2, 7 out of 7 days started the day with the warm lemon water. Nailed that one. Although I received, not hate mail, I'm not going to call it that, but some very strong advice from the dental hygienists in our group. So apparently I need to start using a straw if I'm going to continue drinking the lemon water. I will say the warm lemon water was oddly filling. And I don't mean filling like it filled me up, which it did. I mean, having a big cup of warm lemon water did kind of fill me up. But I don't know, it was like, it was more in a, this is a nice warm cup of water. I don't know, I feel nice. Anyway, it was just nice. It was a filling feeling, if that makes any sense at all. So I enjoyed it, and I will probably continue to do it. Let's see, number 3 was 7 out of 7 days. 7 out of 7 days on the quart of green tea. Nailed it. And honestly, I don't know why I don't do that every day. So I already know the health benefits of drinking green tea. I've already watched people lose much weight drinking green tea. I like it. I like the way it tastes. I make it in the refrigerator, and I'll have to show you all how to. I'll have to show you all how to make it, later, because I totally forgot to do that this week. Oh, I will say, okay, so Kathy said the warm lemon water always burned her throat. So if you're sensitive to acidic things or citrus things, so seriously, I was kidding about the dental hygienist. They were a little strong. But anyway, thank you, ladies. I always thank you if you have good advice for me. But if you have any issues with citrus things, like Casey can't consume a ton of citrus things. She's a little bit sensitive to it. In her system. When she was little, she couldn't have much of it at all. If you have sensitive teeth, if you're already having issues with your teeth, check with your dentist first, or do use the straw. But if you have, I think it's called Barrett's esophagus, please do not do this, okay? Just don't. Call your doctor and just find something else to do. I'm just saying. Anyway, back on the green tea. I already know the benefits of green tea. I don't know why I don't do more green tea. I'm going to continue that as part of my daily routine. I like it. I like the way it tastes. I don't need to put anything in it. If you need to add a little like monk fruit sweetener or something like that in it, you certainly can. But I make it in the refrigerator, and I totally forgot to show y'all how to do that last week. We got 2 minutes before we got to flip that. I'll try really hard to remember to show y'all how to do that this week, because it just makes it clean and fresh and nice. Okay, so that was a 7 out of 7 days. 6 out of 7 days on no added sodium. So I was doing pretty well, and then I had a bum, and yes, I do drink the green tea cold, Kathy, but you can totally drink it hot. But to get the cord in, I drink it cold. 6 out of 7 days on the no added sodium. So we will talk about my work schedule here in just a few minutes, but I had one day where I was finally just like, Casey, it's 3 o'clock. It's 3, or let me think what time. I don't remember what time it was, but it was too late. It was too late in the day to be eating lunch. And I finally said, can you just get me some grilled chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A? I've got strawberries and grapes. And see, I had strawberries, blueberries, and grapes in the refrigerator. I didn't need a fruit cup. I had the fruit, but I was just out of time. I was out of time. And so anyway, so I had to eat, so I didn't have to, but I ate Chick-fil-A grilled chicken nuggets one of the 7 days, and then I had my fruit with it. So it wasn't a total loss, but I'm confident that yummy chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A are chock full of sodium. But anyway, so I had 6 out of 7 on that. Didn't do too bad. 6 out of 7 6 out of 7 meal number 1 success. I had a morning where I could not get to any of the food that I had planned for that, so instead I opted for some instant grits with mushrooms and some other veggies on top. So it wasn't a total loss. It just wasn't the good yogurt and kefir that I had planned. So that was it's pretty good. 6 out of 7. Meal number 2. Do we really have to talk about meal number 2? What happened on meal number 2? So for me, meal number 2 is at work. I can't avoid it. I have to have lunch or whatever my second meal of the day is. I have to have it here at work. And most days, it doesn't happen. It does not happen. So I had best intentions, wanted it to happen, wanted to make it work, but meal number 2 was a bust for me. It's been a disaster in progress for years. I've tried so many different things, but I've got yet another new thing that I'm going to try for next week to try and get a grip on my midday meal here at work. So next week I'm going to focus on meal prep. We'll talk about that again here in a few minutes if we have time. But next week I'm focusing on that and one other little thing that I'm going to change, because meal number 2 for me is a disaster. Okay, a disaster. So I was mad most days at lunchtime, irritated, aggravated. So all the rest of this detox was going great, but lunch was a bust. It was a bust for me. Now, I didn't go off program, don't get me wrong. And that's the days that I think they probably thought I was testing them, because they were like, I'm going to go grab food. Where are you going? What are you getting? But I didn't cave in, except for the grilled chicken nuggets. Okay, hold on. Okay, we got to flip some chicken, so give me just a second. So all I'm doing is flipping the chicken breasts over and putting them right back in. And if you noticed, it started right back up. So it's going to continue cooking where it left off. And this is what I love so much about an air fryer. So even if I start talking and forget this is going to shut off in 11 minutes. It's not going to overcook my food. I know exactly how long to cook my chicken, because I've done this I could cook this chicken in my sleep. And it'll shut off and cool down and it's not going to burn it. Okay, so it's not like having something in the oven, and I'm not standing here sweating because I had the oven running, so that's barely any noise and barely any heat coming off of it. Okay, so meal number 2. We'll talk about that in a little bit, in a few minutes. 7 out of 7 days on the snack. Yeah, hello. I never miss an opportunity for a snack. Really? Never. 7 out of 7 days on meal 3. I'm much more successful at night because most of the time everybody else has gone home. Most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time they've already gone home and they're not begging me. Meal number 3 has been much easier for me to get a handle on again now that John is not staying with his mom and eating her leftovers, snacking on crackers, or eating out of a bag. So it's been much easier for me to be successful on meal number 3. I had 7 out of 7 days ending the day with stretching and then reading, and it was so successful I completed 2 books. I finished one that I had started while we were at Disney, then I read another one, and yes, Sylvia, I am staying on purple for right now, but I finished the second book. Okay, so Casey, they were short. The type was fairly, it wasn't large, but it was a decent size, and Casey says that they are not even young adult. Let's see, she said they are for middle school age readers. I don't really care. They were good. They were good. They were a little spooky for a middle school age person. But it's 2 books, you know, so I ended my day. So 7 out of 7 days, I ended my day with stretching and then reading. So I was very happy about that. And now I've gone back to another book that let's see, the last Riley Sager book that she gave me. It's called The Last Time I Lied. Anyway, if you've read it, don't tell me how it ends. Okay. Beyond that, this is what I can boast. Okay, so these are the results that I can boast. Okay, so this is not boasting. I did not get to make the chicken veggie lentil soup. I was kind of bummed about that. But again, I don't know what I was thinking. I purchased way too much food. So I had way too many plans for what I was going to make and consume. There's no way I could consume all of that by myself. So I still have everything to make that. So I'll try again this week to make the chicken veggie lentil soup. That is not a once in a lifetime thing to make. I can totally make it this week. Okay. Next thing, my tummy feels great. It feels so much better. It is so much happier. My tummy is so much happier that I did this. It always is. So I don't know why I don't do some of these things all the time, because it does make my tummy feel so much better. And I don't know about you, but my tummy talks to me, and when it's angry, it is angry. Okay, no more bloating. So I don't feel bloated, I don't feel sludgy, and I haven't had indigestion in 7 days. No indigestion in 7 days. No burp, no belching, excuse me. No belching, no gurgly tummy. So I've not had any of that in 7 days. Anyone with 8-year-olds listening, because I think last week we had an 8-year-old giggling, so I've had regular poops, like normal, normal. I know that is too much information, but we all do it. So really it's not, it's really not too much information, Okay, so anyway, that is all normal. If you're having trouble in that department, you might try something like this. Again, I'm not telling you to skip doctor's orders. I'm not telling you to ignore your doctor. People had lots of great suggestions, like things with chia seeds in them. All the extra liquids really help move things through your system. But if you're having any real problems, again, please check with your doctor. Don't just follow my advice. But if you're just having minor, I don't poop every day issues, try this. You might want to try this, because I promise it'll work. Okay, my skin has been less dry and itchy. So I had noticed right before that I was scratching my legs like crazy. I mean, scratching my legs. I've been doing that. I still have to use lotion because it's winter time, but not been scratching my legs off, because I was scratching them to the point that they were, not bleeding, but, getting close. So haven't had that problem. Less night sweats, which I wasn't expecting, but I don't know. It had less of them. I've woken up less in a pool of sweat this last week, but I've been getting up just the same amount because I've had to pee more. So yeah, so I guess that's a toss-up. I think I would rather get up the same number of times in the night to go pee than to find out that I'm laying in a pool of sweat, because if you go pee, you get rid of that sensation. If you're laying there in a puddle of sweat because you're the same age as me, that doesn't go away. Okay. And I'm down about 3 pounds. So remember, this was not about weight loss, but as a result remember, of moving everything through from here to here, moving it through, I'm down 3 pounds. So about 3 pounds. So, but I want you to remember those botched meals number 2. So the botched second meals of the day last week. Okay, this coming week, I'm going to be focusing on meal prep. I'm going to be focusing on meal prep. The detox was great. It was awesome. I can't do that every week. It is meant as a detox week or a few days. If you can only do it for a couple of days, I'd try to do it at least 3 if you can. I mean, 7 is great. But if you cannot do it 7 days, if you can only do it for a few days, I would try to do at least 3, try to do it 4. Maybe if you could just do it during the week, if you've got a good time, during the week that you could get it done. But anyway, try to do it at least 3 to 4 days just so that you can get everything going before you switch back, to your regular food plan. But that botched meal number 2, that has bothered me. So it's been bothering me for years, drove me crazy this week. So this week, what I'm working on coming up, and we will talk about this in the second half next week, is meal planning. So you all know, prepping. So meal prepping. So meal prepping for me, I talk about it a lot, and I encourage you all to do it a lot, and we show, I show it a lot and everything. But meal prepping to me is I made something one night and then I had leftovers the next day. Okay, that's meal prepping to me. I rarely ever will make something that's like those of you that make all of your meals for 7 days on Sunday night. Congratulations, I applaud you. That's not me. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot eat the same thing every single day. I can eat a variation of it, well, except pizza. I can eat pizza every single day. But anyway, I can eat a variation of it, but I cannot eat the same thing every single day. So this week, I'm working on meal prepping things that are similar. And we have a couple more minutes, so I'm going to talk about them real quick. But the thing I'm going to do for work this week. So what I'm going to try this week is I'm going to show you what I'm meal prepping here in just a second. And I know we're getting really close on time, but stick with me. Please stick with me just for a couple more minutes. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to meal prep for work this week. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch my mealtime back an hour. That's one thing I've never tried. So I've tried changing what I eat. I've tried eating out, eating in, pre-made meals, me-made meals, meal prepping, same thing, different things, sandwiches, just finger foods, making things that I can carry around and eat them maybe while I'm talking to somebody. I'm the owner of this business, so we are at Casey Kitchen Center. We sell countertops amongst other things, amongst other kitchen-y things. This is not conducive to me being able to take a break and eat lunch. I've tried hiding in the bathroom. I've tried leaving the scene. I've tried getting away. I've tried walking out the door. I've tried walking across the street. People find me. They come and find me. I have had someone call me across the street at Food City before and say, hey, I'm here now. I know my appointment was at 10, but I'm here now. Can you come back? And I've had to come back across the street. I've had people stalk me outside the bathroom. Anyway, I'm just saying this week what I'm trying is something I've never tried before. I'm going to try moving my meals back an hour. My first and my second meal of the day, I'm going to try moving them back an hour. So I'm going to try having breakfast at 6 to 6:30, and I'm going to try having my middle meal, my middle of the day meal at 11:30. So I've never, ever eaten that early in the day. I normally start my meals way later in the day, but I'm willing to try anything. So that's what I'm trying this week for meal prep, because we are just about out of time. I bought for this week, I'm going to, for lunch every day, because again, I don't like to prep it and eat too many things that are the same. I am making my cauliflower rice stir fry. That is already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, so I'm going to make a big batch of that. I am going, though, because it's going to have to last me. So whatever I eat at 11:30 is going to, fingers crossed, whatever I eat at 11:30 is going to have to last me until 7:30 at night. Okay, that's my next opportunity to have a meal. So I'm going to make a big batch of my cauliflower fried rice. It's already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. I have mine in the freezer, ready to go, but you can find that recipe there. I bought frozen cauliflower rice, and it already has peas and carrots in it. I'm going to add sticky rice to it. I know that's an extra couple of points, but I'm going to add that to it. And I'm not going to show you everything else I have today just because we're running out of time. But the reason I'm making all of this that minced chicken, and here is what I made earlier. Oh, by the way, Look at the cute little food huggers that we have that you can put your lemons in if you're doing the lemon water. That's here at Casey Kitchen Center. But anyway, That Man's Chicken, I'm prepping chicken, 2 different kinds so that I won't bore myself. So this is That Man's Chicken, and I made it with Dax BB Queen. So remember, there's no extra sodium in this. Dax BB Queen. And then this one is going to get soaked in G. Hughes sugar-free maple brown barbecue sauce. So it's going to be the cauliflower fried rice with the chicken, the That Man's Chicken, with the BB Queen, with the barbecue sauce. So I'll have that every other day. And then the chicken that is here and what is in the air fryer right now, and it's ready. Let me show you how pretty this is. Don't go anywhere because I want to show you how pretty this is. Look how beautiful. Look how beautiful that chicken is. I wish we had a few more minutes so that you could see how juicy it is when I cut into it. But the other day, so every other day, in an attempt not to bore myself, it's going to be That Man's Chicken with citrus groove. The Asian zing would also be really good on there. And G. Hughes sugar-free teriyaki marinade. So I'm hoping moving it back an hour, alternating what I have every day. Fingers crossed. I'm gonna try and make it something that's gonna be easy to grab, but an hour earlier. So fingers crossed that this week that meal number 2 gets taken care of. Okay, all of the recipes that I mentioned, the grocery list from last week, the recipes from last week, the recipes for this week, that is all on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com already. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I've got to get all this chicken cut up before I can go home. And I know that John is anxiously awaiting me coming home. Probably not, probably watching TV. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and get going. Got lots to talk about this week. Hopefully I'll be able to have time to do a couple more videos during the week. I want to show y'all how to make a few of these things. But yeah, fingers crossed on that meal number 2. So y'all check in on me. I'm going to try it at 11:30. If you happen to be here in Knoxville and you come at 11:30, I ain't coming out to talk to you. Just kidding, because I'm going to try and eat my food. Okay. But anyway, y'all have an amazing week. Don't forget to drink your water. And John you are what? John says, yes, I am. You are anxiously awaiting me coming home, or you're watching TV. Just kidding. Anyway, y'all have a great week. I would pick Dusty up and let you all see him, but then he will think he is getting chicken, and he is snoozing right now. So y'all have an amazing week. Wish me the best of luck on meal number 2 for next week, and let's see how it goes. So again, go back to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, or you can go to YouTube.com and search If You Have an Egg. See what we talked about last week. Go ahead and get that grocery list. Go ahead and get started. You can do your 2021 for next week. Let me know how it goes. Seriously, if you do the 2021 detox, let me know how it goes for you. And dental hygienist, I have seen your information on the lemon water. So yeah, so I will start using a straw. I promise. And as Alyssa says, I really, really promise. Okay, if you're watching this later on YouTube, pretty please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And Casey's gonna have to tell me if I'm pointing in the right direction. Anyway, so if you're watching this later on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, please. Pretty please. And you wouldn't believe how rewarding that is to see extra people come on. So yeah, that's my payment, is having that little thing go ding when extra people subscribe. So please hit subscribe. Then go ahead. The next video is going to play up here. Please hit subscribe down here so that you'll know when the next video comes up, and hit that little bell. And then if you would like a super cool apron or one of our t-shirts, they are right over here on Spreadshirt. So y'all have an amazing week. I will talk to you soon. Again, I'll let you know how that meal number 2 goes this week, but I know it's going to be yummy. I just want to make sure that I can eat it. So y'all have a great week, and I will see you next time. Good night.